Hey, I'm Dan Izzo, and today we're going to talk about 5 quick tips that are going to help you boost your Instagram game. This is pretty much the Catalina wine mixer of all the Instagram tutorials out there. Tip number 1, hashtag and re-hashtag your content. We're going to start by talking about hashtagging and re-hashtagging your pictures. Hashtag all of your pictures, and you could even go back and re-hashtag a picture. You could only put 30 hashtags on a single picture at a time, but you could delete them and re-hashtag it, and it's going to take that picture and it's going to put it back on the recent page of those hashtags. You're going to want to use hashtags that relate to your post. So like if you're doing push-ups, then do fitness, FitFam, Gymstagram. Instagram's only going to allow you to like re-hashtag, I think 150 hashtags total or something like that on one picture. But that's still going to be a huge boost to every one of your posts. Another thing about hashtagging is that you're going to want to have sets of hashtags in your notes. You could literally just copy and paste 30 hashtags on something if you don't feel like sitting there and thinking about 30 different hashtags to put on every single post. One last tip that most people don't realize is that you could actually comment the hashtags below on your picture. That way no one sees that you're hashtagging 30 random hashtags. They're not going to see it unless they click on your comments. Tip number 2, post content often. The second tip I have for you is to post as much content as possible. So most people aren't going to want to post low quality stuff, and I can understand that, but you're going to want to post as often as you could, because with those hashtags, you're bringing in viewers that don't know you and don't see your page. Tip number 3, delete your low quality content. You could always go back and delete your low quality content, which I definitely recommend. When you have people going to your page, you want them to see the best version of yourself. And it does sound kind of fake, but that's kind of what social media really is. Tip number 4, follow and unfollow 500 people per day. I like to go follow 100 people 5 times a day. And I know that sounds like it takes a lot of time, but there's a specific way that I do this so that it makes it super fast. It takes literally 60 seconds to follow 100 people. The way I do it is I go to someone's page who does something very similar to me. Like I do a bunch of handstands and flips and stuff like that. So I'm going to go to a famous person's page that does a bunch of that stuff. I'm going to click on one of their pictures, and then I'm going to go to their likes. And I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to follow 100 people, and it's going to be all lined up for you nice and easy. And you can literally just scroll down and follow, count to 100, and then you're done. The reasons you want to do that is because 1, they're interested in the same stuff that you're doing. 2, those are the type of people that are engaged with other people's accounts. They're active users and they're obviously liking people's stuff. So you're going to get more likes on your pictures because you're following these people that are going and liking other people's photos. One last thing you should know about the follow and follow method is that Instagram just put a new limit in there where you can only follow a maximum of 7,000 people. And that's also minus the pending request that you have. So if you're requesting to follow like 700 people and they haven't touched that yet, that's just going to sit there. So what I'm saying is if you follow 6,300 people and 700 people haven't touched your request yet, then you're only going to be able to follow 6,300 people. Tip number 5, engage with your audience. And the last tip I have for you is to actually engage with your audience. People like someone that's going to be real with them, talk to them, answer their comments. Like when you do that, you're retaining these followers, and those comments and likes are going to help you build and put your stuff on the top of the explore page. Here are the Instagram restrictions that you're going to need to know. I recommend screenshotting these, that way you don't ever do anything to get banned. You could follow or unfollow 160 people per hour. You could follow or unfollow 600 people per day. You could follow a total of 7,000 people, minus the pending request that you have. You could hashtag 30 hashtags on one picture, and you could hashtag up to 150 total hashtags on each post. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them in the comments. Also, if you like the video, actually go like the video. And if you could subscribe, I would appreciate that too.